Hi, friends. Happy Wednesday. Good to be here. I was on vacation last week. I was in San Diego. I talked about it a little bit on Mostly Walking. I saw platypuses. I also saw seals because they've got those in La Jolla. And what else did I see? Oh, there was a raccoon. I saw a raccoon. So those are the animals that I saw last week. I'm back to play What Remains of Edith Finch. Excited about this game for a couple of reasons. It sort of made a big splash in 2017, 2018 when it launched. And is in the sort of genre of walking simulators, narrative adventure exploration games that I really like, but actually have sort of like not a great literacy of, right? Like I've played Gone Home and I've played Tacoma. I played Tacoma on this stream a couple years ago, but until last time, a couple weeks ago, I hadn't played Dear Esther. That's what it's called. There are several other entries into this genre that are more recent than that I haven't played. So I'm excited to play this one. It's also by Giant Sparrow, a studio that was started and is creative directed by Ian Dallas, who is a USC alum. Is he an alum? He was a USC student in the MFA program, with some overlap with me. So I knew him when he was a USC MFA student. He, when he left USC, he made The Unfinished Swan, was the first game, I think, that Giant Sparrow made, and I think this is the follow-up to that. I don't think there was anything in between. The Unfinished Swan is really good. If you haven't played it, it's really super interesting. It's kind of like high concept stuff that Ian does really well, and is it's got like a good story and good level design, all that. It's good. It's a good game, very sort of its era. Kyla in the chat, sort of before I got started, described this, What Remains of Edith Finch, as a short story collection, and said that that's something she doesn't often see in games, which I agree, but I think that there was a moment in 2009 when I was at USC in the MFA program, when that as sort of like an organizing principle and a way of thinking was really popular, and there was a little bit of a creative zeitgeist around episodic content and vignettes and interactive chapter books and that kind of thing, like this kind of like sense of creating a whole experience out of smaller experiences, and some of that comes from like Telltale was starting around that time, was getting really big, and some of it I think is maybe just grad school stuff, but it's interesting to me that Ian was there at that moment, like when this was, I feel like, in the air at USC, and I don't know that it has persisted in the larger culture. I don't know that... I think Kyla's right. This isn't something that you see a lot in games today. But, like, I made a game when I was in grad school called Spectre that was just a series of different mini-games that were vignettes about a person's life. And thinking about this as a narrative experience that is a collection of short stories, like... It is unsurprising to me that Ian, not because he's Ian specifically, but that somebody who was at USC at this moment when I was there would sort of carry that creative torch forward and make a game like that. So I'm very curious to play this. I'm really excited about it. I know very, very, very little, but I think that's maybe an interesting sort of touch point. All right, I am going to start a new game here because this is one of those games that does a cool like pre-title sequence. I mean, it's not, I don't want to get your expectations high. It's like a minor thing, but it's cool, and it's hard to stream around because you can't really have the game up and then, like, on the title screen because the pre-title's already happened. So we're just going to do it. We're going to do it now. We're going to start over. So a little musical trill, and then we fade in, and it's interactive. That's cool. I like that. You can look around. I'm on a boat. This takes place in the Pacific Northwest, which is not an area, a geography that I know especially well, but I get that sense. I feel like water plus pine trees says Pacific Northwest, like, pretty clearly. Wow, okay, I got some lilies, and I got a cast, and I got a journal. That's okay. Here's some direct control.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
I mean, that's a hell of a house. That whole house looks like a chimney.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
I enjoy... I mean, this has become very tropey, right? Like, it's not unique, but the placement of text within the world is always kind of a fun thing, and I feel like it's being done very effectively here. It's being done well. The HUD stuff is cool too. Well, and I just, like, I don't want to... I'm being really slow getting into this, but I want to admire kind of the density of narrative, of narratively significant visual elements that this game has given us. Like that start where you look down and you've got a cast and a journal and some white lilies. Like, there's a lot going on there, and I don't know what all of it is, but, like, we have established some narrative footholds already, and we come in here and we've got this weird looking house out in the middle of the forest. This is a road that, like, nobody ever uses, and this incredibly evocative birdhouse, and a newspaper box is full of newspapers. Sorry, not birdhouse. Birdhouse-looking mailbox. Like, yes, Qbert says the environmental storytelling is on point. It absolutely is, and the game is already rich with it. Like, it's just very dense, like a German chocolate cake.
Inside the mailbox,
It's fucking direct control, man.
Marked urgent. Open immediately.
From 7 years ago. Wow. I also I'm trying to think about this, because this kind of like direct control of I am moving my mouse to pull open and push closed the mailbox feels very like David Cage circa 2010, like Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain is the game that I think of as like really pushing harder than it should have. This idea of like your physical movement interacting with a controller is mapped directly to the action of the character that you're controlling.
It's my brother Lewis's funeral.
And it's something that I feel like it feel. That's so fucking cool. That's the kind of thing that Ian does a lot of. He's very. He's a very visual programmer, so I expect that kind of like very pretty and integrated with like physics or procedural systems of some kind. Anyway, that kind of direct control stuff I feel like is also not very common, and it's especially not very common today. Maybe was that more common 10 years ago? All right. No trespassing. Sorry, let's actually play this game.
My mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
I mean, lots of good, like,
No one had driven this
writing,
way in a long time,
game
but I
writing.
saw a few hoof prints.
And also very pretty environment.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
What if I don't walk through it? Does, like, it did the same animation, but it didn't
The house was
spread out
exactly
in my
like I
wake.
pictured it,
Like, it's
the
very
way I
good,
can dream
very
about it.
responsive. I mean, that is a fucking dream house, like unreal. Fantastical.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Okay, I found this game to be too loud in its default setting. So let me pump up the volume here for all of you. Tell me if that's better. Well, this house is wild and interesting. And you know, the amalgamation of different architectural styles, like this is clearly a house that was cobbled together over years or generations, and I think that this is a story
Now,
about sort of
as a second
generations of a
child,
family.
I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Potting mix. Use my key.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Okay.
Looking in,
Pull
I felt like the house
open.
itself had been waiting for me.
All right. Okay. I also just have to say, like, it's not playing with it very much, but I feel like a game like this, to have a front porch and a front door like this clearly has to be in conversation with Gone Home and the way that game starts. I mean, even I guess just as a game concept, right? Like, if I understand this game to be about entering and exploring this house, I mean, that's so smooth. I just push forward,
The doggy door used to be a lot
and it
easier when I was
knows.
11.
It's very good. It's very good, like, camera control stuff. That's really, really, really cool. That's nicely done. That was so good. It won't let me go back out. It won't let me do it again. I want to do it again. Like, it just... It didn't go into an animation. Like, a lot of games, I feel like you would get close enough to the door and it would trigger a cinematic where, you know, the game just took over the camera and it swooped you through, which totally makes sense. This is such a minor thing, but, like, I can see that this is part of the aesthetic that the game is building, where that is not how it handles it. It puts you on this track that you are still in control of, but now it's guided in sort of a very specific way.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Of course. The night we left. So she used to live here when she was young, when she was smaller. And it was maybe 7 years ago, but not necessarily. That 7 years might not be precise. Grain glow. Look at this. What is this? Huh, what is this? That looks like it's a... I can't tell. It doesn't look like a lock. It looks like maybe plumbing or like a gas line or something goes through there. Is this like a mantelpiece? I don't know what that is, just as an object.
For the first time in years.
January 2010, the game came out in 2017. So yeah, 7 years. Edith and 4 other people. So either 4 siblings or maybe 2 siblings and parents. Wow, look at all of the... I mean, there's like books. Well, there's books everywhere, but there's books stacked up.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
There's Chinese food containers left out. There's dishes. I mean, that's too many plates. That's too many plates to own. Why do you own that many plates? For does a family of 5 need that many plates? That seems like too many plates.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
We're probably not going to meet Molly. Apple pie. Kyla, thank you. I have not played this game, and so I can't like give a content warning. But I think it is fair to say that like this kind of narrative game, we've played games like this, and they tend to deal with difficult emotional subjects, and I think that this game does. I don't think it is a scary game.
From the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Whoa. And I don't know that it is... I don't know. I actually don't know that much about it. I don't know what its like perspective is, but I think that it will probably go to some dark places.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Okay, Edie's great-grandma. So Edie was one of the coat racks. So it's probably great grandma, maybe 2 parents and a sibling, and Edith. Something like that. There's a secret. Oh, that's back into the garage. Got it. That's an iPod from 2010. I mean, like, they picked up and left.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
That's...
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house. After it sank.
After it sank? I mean, I guess that's the original house. Can I not? Oh, I can't. Interesting. Okay. That's an interesting description and an interesting concept and visual style. A house where nothing is out of place. There's just too much of it. I mean, that's what we're looking at. Look at all these books. It's wild. Yes, Kyla's right. I saw that there was a family tree. I'm looking for Edie. There's Edie. Okay. I don't know how to read this tree. I don't know how to read this. So Edith, Milton, and Lewis are siblings. Their parents are Dawn and Sanjay. And Dawn had 2 siblings. And was the daughter of Kay and Sam? Is that how I read this? And then Sam had 4 siblings. And Sam's mother was Edie, and his probably father was Sven. Is that? I think that's how I read this tree. Barbara.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
I mean, that's so cute. Why does it have a Bigfoot? What a weird music box, right? So Sven and Edie and Barbara. So that makes sense. That all tracks. But Barbara is a great aunt. Is not part of this main branch that we're looking at. Okay. There's a giant sparrow. That's good. Barbara Finch was like an actress or a director or something. There's a lot of stuff in this house. Holy cow. Okay, there's the kitchen. Right, so I came from here. And I can go down, I can go through that door there. Can I open the front door? Do I care to?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Okay. Brother Milton went missing. If you have information. October 2003, I think. So 7 years before they mysteriously left the house. What the fuck? What is happening here? I mean, I guess we found out what that on the workbench was. You know, I thought it kind of looked like some sort of a barricade, but I couldn't picture it. But there it is. Okay, so creepy. There's a room that's sealed off.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Okay, so boxes of packing peanuts and tape, they were packing. So they were expecting to leave. But they left much quicker than they expected to. Milton didn't have any letters because Milton was missing for 7 years. 7 years before 7 years ago, right? Okay. Edie, Dawn, Milton, Lewis, and Edith. And Milton, Lewis, and Edith. Okay, and then Dawn. So Sanjay is out of the picture. And Barbara was Dawn's
After Milton
aunt?
disappeared, Mom sealed up all
right?
the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
What? What? Holy shit, those are peepholes.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Hold on. There's a lot for me to process. First of all, wow, clever. I'm hoping that the game sort of explores narratively a little bit more this idea of sealing up all of the rooms and then drilling peepholes into them. Like, I hope that I get to understand where those instincts came from and who is Edie, that, like, what is Edie's personality that made her drill peepholes into all of these doors and that kind of thing. Like, I'm very curious about that. I hope that pays off. But the upside to it is we have a game where some portion of it, I mean, this is not 3D, right? This is 2D. This is just an image. So because it can give us a reason, a narrative rationale for a fixed perspective on a space, it can get away with not modeling out that entire space and instead presenting it in a much simpler, this is much easier to produce, it's easier on the machine, like this is an efficient way to present the visual imagery of a room. That's just super fucking clever. That's a really good idea. Also, what is happening here? This is somebody I've forgotten. Calvin? Was it Sam and Calvin? I don't know whose room this was. I think Calvin was the one. Oh, these have dates on them. 2003. Holy shit! Lewis died in 2010. How much you want to bet that is related to the fact that they left all of a sudden in a hurry? Edie also died in 2010. Whoa. Okay. Did somebody die in 2017? No. Okay. So I'm not sure what prompted Edith to come back here now. But she just turned 18, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she just turned 18. Okay. Okay, wow. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of, like, and the game is very, like, it is leading me through a set of discoveries and a narrative, but it's presenting me with a ton of, just like Where's Waldo-esque. Here's a lot of narrative information that's going on. Like, this house is full of things. Here's a drawing that is like extremely rich with information. If you pay attention to it, there's a lot going on. Okay, so I think that was Sam and Calvin lived in this room, like slept in this room, and Calvin died in 1961 when Calvin was 11. So if it was Sam, somebody was here with him. So Calvin died when he was 11, and then somebody lived in the room, slept in the room for 7 years. Was it 7 years? Is everything 7 years? 7 seems like it's a magical number. Slept in the room for years after that, after Calvin died at 11 years old. There is a thing happening here that the house is sort of foreshadows of you can't erase stuff, right? This is the part of the premise of the game seems to be that the things that happen in this space, the space can't be repurposed afterwards. Like the space belongs to the thing that happens there, and you can seal it off or you can build beyond it, but there is something that feels like, allegorical that's going on about like, this is Calvin's bedroom. If Calvin disappears because Calvin died, it doesn't stop being Calvin's bedroom. It sort of remains Calvin's bedroom, and there's this rope put up in order to create sort of an attempt at creating a separate space. Yeah, I guess this is probably Calvin's side, right? With the planets and things. That's an 11-year-old, and you sort of live with just a rope separating you from this vestigial space. That's kind of fascinating. That's really interesting. Dawn died in 2016. Yes, thank you. Fails with Tails. I did not notice that. So that would have been the previous year. So maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe Dawn, when Dawn died, Edith inherited the house, and didn't immediately come. Maybe because she wasn't 18, but now she's coming here. Okay, how do I get out? Like that. Calvin and Sam, but on the what is this? This is like a blockade, a bar, what is this? What would you call that? Okay, so this is Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Fuck, that's wild. What a, like, weird and cool premise. And why is this bathroom labeled Gregory? Oh, 1976 to 1977. Okay. So baby Gregory I don't know what to make of that. I mean, like, I don't know how far to interpret this. Like, that could be 1976 to 1977. Like, conceivably, this could be a miscarriage, but that you wouldn't. Like, a date of birth implies a birth, right? So maybe just Gregory lived in the bathroom for the brief period where he was alive. The King in Yellow? Like, the book that jumps out at me from the... next to the Necronomicon? What the fuck? What is this book? I mean, that's probably the big book of homeschooling. The Metamorphosis. I mean, I was going to say that maybe this is all Easter eggy, like you're not meant to look at the spines of the books, but you're clear. That's what the whole game is, right? The whole game is looking at the spines of books. Wow, okay. Alright, so this is Sven and Edie. Edie...
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
I was 10. So, right, 1999, so 2009, 2010. Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. So this is Edie and Sven's room. When did this get blocked off? That's got sparrows on it. Edie and Sven. Yes. Okay. That makes sense. And Sven died in 1964, and Edie lived in this room until something happened in 2010. Okay, well, we'll have to go back down to the room downstairs with the people that we didn't look through.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
So Barbara Finch was a child star. That, actually, this is the picture that we were looking at downstairs. That's her as a child sitting in that chair. That totally makes sense. That makes sense. My friend Bigfoot, I would watch. I feel like that's a... Okay, wait. I don't know if that's going to open that door. Holy shit, look at this door. That's such a good door. Damn.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
The original brick house that sank? I assume?
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Until America grew out of it. What am I looking at? Why is it glowing like that? I assume that that's some kind of storage, like a... I mean, it looks like a casket. Really, is what it looks like. It looks like Sleeping Beauty's casket. So for 2 years, 44 to 60, she only lived to be 16. And seems defined by her brief career as a child star, even though it didn't end voluntarily. Like, I wonder if... I wonder what happened. I mean, she died at 16. Yeah, I mean, I guess that even if she was no longer an actor at that point, that would still be, like, the defining thing about her life. That would make sense. So this one doesn't have a date
Edie told
or
me
a
once
person.
that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Literally? Is that... And why is the library sealed up? also only lived for 10 years. I mean, a
Molly
lot
always
of,
seemed like
like...
a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
A lot of people died really young, it seems like. And Edie lived for a long time. I don't know what this room is telling me, but it looks cool. How long did Edie live? 1917 to 2010, so 93 years. No. Not like unnaturally long or anything, but long time. Okay, can I go up into the attic? Is that a thing I can do? Look at this cord. There's a cord running up into
Mom
the
must have
attic.
locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Locked. Locked suggests that it can be unlocked. Probably not with my mysterious key, but like, how would you unlock that? Okay, I've been down here. I looked at all of these rooms. There's the ocean, like, right out there. I looked at all these books. I like that giant two-person saw. Oh, shit. Here's a room. Here's a room that's not closed.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
What is the logic behind sealing up the rooms? Also, every single one of these doors is like fucking cool. I mean, this room is rad. Where's that light coming from? The floor just glows? Oh, it's coming through the window, I guess. Like, what? What an effect. Okay.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
I can try my key. Okay. Okay.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
What is going
Now it was time to find out what
on?
my mom had been afraid of.
What is happening? Okay, that was like a little cutscene. But damn, look at your hands. You
Reading
don't...
this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
You don't often get crawling in games with this kind of fidelity. That's cool.
From
That's
the
cool.
paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Milton's the one who went missing, right? Okay. Stained glass.
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
What is this?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
What the fuck? Okay,
Being
did we
inside for the first
see
time,
Molly's
I
room?
felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
No, I don't think we saw Molly's room. But I like the painting and like this fantastical painting that sort of spills onto the floor. That's wild. Is that like a lunchbox? No, it's just a toy barn. Got it.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Oh my god. That's adorable. We did... Okay. Can I go backwards? I don't think I can. And I can't open this door. Oh shit, I did not even understand that, like... That's cool. That is rad. Shit. I want to make something like that. Now I need a gerbil. Edie and Sven. That's like a blueprint of the house? Maybe? And a scorpion in a jar? Okay.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
Molly Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Okay. Alright. I am playing the memory.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Good job. Good job not eating Christopher. I don't... Was Molly on the blueprint when we saw it before? That's a pumpkin.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Okay.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Dang it. Beast of nature. Alright, well, let's go down to the kitchen.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Okay. Where's this door go? Bathroom.
I kept eating and eating.
Eating... That seems bad. That was like miracle drug. No! No!
I ate a lot of things that night.
No! What else am I gonna eat?
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
To eat her?
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Okay. Shit. Suddenly cat. Okay, alright. Did I
tried to
jump?
be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Where do I go from here? How do I be cat? I'm purring. I want to, like, jump... Oh, there we go. I have to press the jump button. Okay. Okay. I have a pounce ability now. I have unlocked pounce. Oh. I mean, I don't know why I'm a cat or how this is happening, but... Being a cat is kind of joyful. Can I get over there?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Because I was a cat. I mean, a happy cat, I guess. I don't know if you all can hear the purr, but like, there is some solid purr going on. Where, that bird, get that bird! Come here, bird. I'm gonna get you.
I jumped and I almost got her.
I almost got her. What the?
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Is this like a tree house? There's like a tree house outside. Can I go to the tree house when I'm not
Now I was
Molly
up in
the
a big
cat?
tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All
But
I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Plus, I was a cat now, so like all the rules are out the window.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First,
Well, that's
all I
good.
heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
What the heck? Now I'm a bird. Now I have a swoop button. What the fuck is this game? Okay, sorry, I gotta listen for nibbling. And when I hear it, I don't know where it's coming from. Okay, alright, I almost got him. I almost got him. I don't know if I almost got him or not, but... Okay. Rabbits. I see. Okay. Hell yeah, I got a rabbit. I'm a fucking
I
owl.
imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I
Am I-
swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
Whoa.
To find something bigger.
That's how owls work. You're gonna find something bigger than a rabbit? I feel like rabbit's pretty big. I'm instinctively following this
Mama rabbit.
road. I don't know if that's good.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
I have a heartbeat. I got like an owl heartbeat.
Suddenly, I was a shark.
In a tree? What the fuck's happening? Oh my god! I can flop. I have a flop button now. It's like... I can't really control the flop? All I can do is like writhe frantically. What the heck?
I rolled off the cliff
Jesus.
and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Because I turned into a shark. Okay, so now... now the keyboard commands are completely different because there's no go forward. Sharks can't stop swimming. They are always going
I
forward.
wanted fat, juicy seeds.
Oh damn! Did I miss that guy? Where'd he go? There he is. Whoa!
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
It tasted really good. Now there's blood in the water.
I grabbed on tight. was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Oh my gosh! Am I a snake or like an octopus? Or like a monster, because that feels like it's too big of a tentacle to be an octopus. Maybe not. That's as far as it'll go. Can I... Okay, alright. Okay, what am I doing? I want to like follow this rope, but it doesn't go anywhere. Can I drive a car? Oh! 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 I can move. I can pull myself forward. What the heck?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Yeah, some kind of a monster. I mean, the sound design here is creepy as hell.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
What the heck? Okay. I guess I should go through the doors, huh?
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
I mean, what the hell kind of a monster is this?
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something new. So I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
This is a weird, wonderful little game. That's absolutely correct, Kyla. This is not what I was expecting. No, wait, why am I going back down? Hold on. What's going on? Go up. Oh no, what happened? Why am I going down? Yes, there we go. Oh my gosh.
I got closer and closer.
Remember when I said I didn't think this was a horror game? And now we're in Molly's bedroom. Where is this going, Molly? Where are you headed with this? Can I go... No. I know where there's a gerbil. Okay, that pillow I think was supposed to tell me that I can climb up on some things. Even though I can't really climb up on everything that I'm trying to. What if can I use, oh, let me go under here.
All my stomach started growling.
All of my stomachs, huh?
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear wants to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
What the fuck? What the fuck, Molly?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.